Jayce Dippel, English Composition 1, Professor Harrell. Essay 1, The Ideal Vacation in My Backyard. I have grown up calling Barberton, Ohio my hometown. There are many things about the city that make it feel like home, but none more than Lake Anna, which is situated in the center of the city. While the downtown area of the city has declined and now on the rebound, picturesque Lake Anna has been the center of town and more than just geographical terms for many generations now. This lake is a centerpiece for many who live here and for those who travel to Barberton for the sole purpose of enjoying all that it has to offer. To paint a picture of the area near the lake, there's a large circle and surrounded by a beautiful park situated on the city block. Cherry blossom trees line the lake, and there's a walking area at the lake shore and also near the top of the park, and hugs the streets which make up the block it sits on. There's a mix of large older homes, city administration buildings, and several churches that accompany the setting. The lake has a lot of history dating back to the 1800s, but it also has a lot of history for me personally. Barberton is a small suburb of Akron and was founded in a similar fashion. Industry and blue-collar jobs were the backbone of the city, helped its neighborhoods form, and in the mid-1900s created a thriving small town. Many families whose parents and grandparents worked at Ohio Brass, PPG, or Babcock's and Wilcox still live here. My neighbor is retired from PPG and often shares stories with our family. Mr. Russell, who lives next door, paints a picture of Lake Anna from his youth that describes it as the only place to be in the summertime. I have lived in this city all my life except for a 2-year period in middle school when I lived in Tampa, Florida, as my dad's company relocated him there temporarily. From the time I could walk, Lake Anna was part of my routine with my grandpa. Our common ground from a very young age was a love of fishing. While we never caught many fish here, it was a routine spot for us to go and for him to help me to learn to fish. We spent countless hours washing our bait at Lake Anna. I'd often ask my grandpa, "Are you sure there are fish in here?" The enjoyment we had together and memories of his patience with me, and the fish who seemed to rarely bite, will stick with me forever. We were not the only brave souls who would endure some chilly spring or fall days fishing here. I recall a Sunday when we caught a large catfish and had a crowd of people wanting to see it and take pictures. There are always several parents or grandparents with kids making similar memories. According to my grandpa, a bad day fishing is better than a good day almost anywhere else. The importance of this lake goes well beyond fishing. Much of the recent economic development for the city centers around the lake being an attraction and helping to bring visitors to town. The downtown area offers a blend of older and long-established small restaurants, as well as several newer and trendier microbreweries and coffee shops. The well-known Greasy Spoons in town have their regular visitors, but the newer places need a boost to draw awareness to their existence and offerings. The lake helps by being a focal point to attract visitors for a variety of reasons to the area. Year-round, there are different events that help make the city a destination for visitors of all ages. One of the oldest traditions takes place every Friday night in the summertime and brings thousands to downtown for a common bond with the summer concert series. Local bands and even some popular groups have played the stage that is part of a large gazebo on the corner of Lake Anna. Rascal Flatts was one of the more well-known groups to be part of the summertime concert series many years ago. More recent offerings center around country and 80s rock and roll, but there is something for everyone on the schedule. To add to the atmosphere, food trucks representing many of the local restaurants provide a delightful experience. I have attended many of these concerts since I was young, and they are a great way to spend an evening in the summer. This summer, I attended a Journey tribute concert, and it was excellent, as I really enjoy the music of the 80s. The lake is the backdrop to the music and makes for a great Friday night for anyone who likes music and a spectacular view. To me, these are the best parts of growing up in a small town like Barberton. There is an opportunity to come to a place like Lake Anna for so many different things and share time with family and friends doing different things. It has been 5 years now since my grandpa passed away. He was diagnosed with leukemia in a very short time, and in a very short time he was gone. My family and I went through a lot as his quick transition from a leader of the family and thriving businessman in town to being gone happened in a matter of 3 months. As I called him Papa, he was so important to me as I grew up. He was like a second father, and beyond the fishing stories mentioned, he was always involved in my sporting events and just someone to talk to. He owned his own heating and cooling business in the city and was always the man. If you could not pay, he would still fix your furnace or figure out some way to help you out. The spirit of Barberton and the meaning of community took a hit when he passed away. I have great memories of riding in his truck to service calls and him always telling me, "Jayce, "If you learn nothing else from me, learn how to treat people right." That message has stuck with me. Something good that came of his passing is my continued participation in Relay for Life. Of course, this is an annual tradition for my family at Lake Anna every year in July. One of the most well-attended events every fall is the Barberton Mum Fest. This 3-day weekend event every September raises money for charity, but also provides some of the most spectacular fall colors you will ever see. Mums are planted on the corner of the park every July. They are strategically placed to make a design of color bigger than a football field. I can remember the first time seeing the rainbow of colors that the mums provided. I commented to my mom and dad, "This is the biggest flower garden I've ever seen." We have visitors from not only northeast Ohio, but from neighboring states that attend. I have been a volunteer every year since I was in elementary school at this event, and met people from as far away as New York and Maryland who are annual patrons. In addition to seeing fall colors, mums are also available to be purchased, and my job every year is to load mums and cars for people to take home. I asked one of the visitors from Maryland who came on a bus trip just for the Mum Fest if she enjoyed the trip. Her reply was, "Our group has come here for over 8 years now and never been disappointed with the beautiful fall colors." This has become a large economic boost for the city, as local restaurants are flooded with traffic, as the lake also plays host to a water ski show, craft vendors, and many other events during the Mum Fest weekend. With the lake being lined with cherry trees, each spring the downtown area is turned into an annual cherry blossom festival. If you grew up in the area around the city, you likely went to the cherry blossom as a kid. Imagine the spectacle of trees in full bloom and families lining the area and enjoying each other's company and having fun. My grandparents would get me excited to go by saying, "The carnival is in town this weekend." This long-standing tradition offers rides, games, carnival food, and a fun atmosphere every year in May. At the close of the event is a firework display that packs the banks of the lake. It is a great place to see fireworks, and I've gone as long as I can remember. If you have never seen fireworks over water and the reflection off the water they provide, it is something that you must see, and the oohs and ahs of the crowd watching confirm the spectacle. I can recall one of the first years I watched the fireworks sitting on my dad's shoulders and him teasing me by saying, "Be careful not to let the fireworks hit you up there." Barberton has been a great place to grow up. Being a part of this community has taught me a lot about the world without having to go very far. We are a diverse community, and lessons about the differences in people, how to give back to others, and also how to come together have been ingrained in me in my early upbringing. Lake Anna has been a central part of that. The area downtown by the lake brings people together. Lake Anna is central to so much that makes Barberton what it is. From the various events that bring people together downtown to the visitors that get a small snapshot of the city and the residents that take a walk or run a part of their day-to-day routine. Lake Anna has meant a lot to me in my life so far, and meant even more to a city that is working to find a new identity. It is a comfortable place that allows families to spend quality time together. The lake is central to the city's geography, but has also provided an amazing opportunity for my family to grow closer and make friendships and memories we would not have had without it. So when you think of places to visit or to take a mini vacation, Lake Anna offers so much opportunity for new experiences that just might become a part of your family's tradition too.